Yeah, David Reagan, his over-the-wall guys, had a great pit stop on that last pit stop. 14.4 seconds gave them a lot of momentum. But Mike Kelly, crew chief, told me, caution on the track, guys.
It is Kyle Busch who has crashed off of turn number 2. Can you believe it?
Unbelievable. This cat had checked out earlier today. He was running down Joey Logano. I mean, he was right in his tracks. And boy, that just what we talked about earlier. You just never know what's going to happen.
Drive it back.
Don't turn it off until it's over.
Man, it's incredible.
The wild thing about sports.
Boy, Joey Logano just took a deep breath, though. I'll tell you that right now.
Wow. So 36 laps to go. The man who's dominated the night is crashed off of turn number 2. Look at the damage to that car.
Well, he's narrowed that thing up. He hit driver's side, it looks like, pretty hard. We'll need to see the replay on that and see exactly what happened. How did he get turned over that way? So he complained about a loose race car, Alan, and
wow.
heard him talking about that a little earlier.
See the safety workers there with Kyle as he unbuckles. And Marty, you talk about a twist of plot.
Yeah, I don't think any of us would have planned this one, although this is not the first time this year that we've seen this happen to Kyle. And I don't know if he got any help here or what, but obviously he had the dominant race car early in this. Now let's take a look. He's on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, you can see he's right down on that white line. That car just got out from under him right there.
Well, they said it was loose.
Yeah, you don't know if the left front wheel maybe touched the apron just a little bit, de-wedged the car, which makes it real loose, or what happened, but that was just a freak deal right there. You hardly ever see Kyle Busch just spinning out in something like this, but way loose.
So Kyle cannot save it this time, and we're going to find out who pits now as pit lane is open. Here comes Reagan. Mike Wallace, his crew's got to do better than the last time. He lost a bundle of spots. Shannon, let's send it to you.
Mike Wallace has been happy with his car all night, guys, as he pulls it down pit road. He's looking for another solid finish here tonight. Of course, coming off a 6th place finish last week in Nashville as those guys go to work on that right side, that left side. Mike Wallace, 4 town. Over to Jamie.
And Clint Boyer said the car is getting better. It's coming to him. He's been working his way forward. It's taken quite a bit of time for Clint Boyer. He came in, he was 6th, so they topped off. And he is down and away. Behind him, David Stremme. This time last week, guys, this was a crucial point for him. He ended up staying out. He told me today, if I had it to do over again, I would pit. He just pitted. They're definitely going to make it to the end and go for the win for David Stremme. Guys.
All right, so here come the cars that did take advantage of pit lane, and this all happened as our 5th caution came out as Kyle Busch loses it in turn number 2 and ends up into the wall with heavy damage on the driver's side. He climbed out of the car, and I guarantee you it is not going to be a fun conversation with Kyle after that. Stay with us. Well, back here at Kentucky Speedway, that's what's left of Kyle Busch's number 18. That car with Brad Coleman finished 2nd in this race last year, and it looked like it had a good shot at winning, but the car was loose when they made their last pit stop, and he couldn't save this one. This reminds me of Nashville. This happened to us back at the March race in Nashville.
He just had a dominant car early, and they'd made this adjustment anticipating the track would get tighter, but the car just too loose. He just loses it off the corner.
I just wonder if that last pit stop, they loosened the car up or not, because he was complaining it was tight. He might have made an adjustment. You never know. But it looks like he clipped the white line there. He actually hit the white line and went up, and as he was bringing it back down, it got loose on him. So only the driver knows. We'll have to talk to him in a second.
And that's what's left of the car. We should tell you the Aaron's Lucky Dog goes to the 99 of David Rudiman. Take a look. As for all the great things that have happened, here are some of the not so great things that have happened. As 5 DNFs, all crashes, including tonight. Vince, let's send it to you.
Well, certainly a frustrating finish for Kyle Busch. Kyle, what happened?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Just, you know, we made some adjustments there. Jason and the guys gave me an awesome car. I mean, that thing was flawless, and I don't know what happened. I just been complaining of tight all night. You know, we made some adjustments there and got it loose in the first couple laps, but then, you know, it started coming to, and I was tight there when I wrecked, so I don't know what exactly happened. I just lost it, I guess, and hit the wall. I hate it for these guys. That was a great car.
Did you feel like you might have had something for Joey down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, they kept getting tighter and tighter the more we went and the more we went, but he was out in clean air, so he had a little bit of advantage there. And I was just kind of riding, doing about 90%, and you know, seeing what was going to play out in the final laps and seeing if we can catch them.
Had not been committed previously, but will you run at Milwaukee?
No, I'm done.
Kyle Busch saying he won't be at Milwaukee next week.
Well, and let's do one other thing. I mean, a lot of people have taken him to task for when things go bad, not being the guy who stands up and just says what really needs to be said and taking care of business. He did that tonight, so let's point that out.
Yeah, he just kind of manned up there and said, hey, I just lost it. Doesn't really know why. And I know that's confusing to somebody when he's got such a good car and the thing just jumps out from under you.
Well, you got to hand it to him. He drove that baby from the back all the way to the front and told everybody he lost it, and he did. So.
All right, our fifth caution is about to end as we are going to have 31 laps to go. This time by, it is Joey Logano. Can he win at the age of 18? Scott Wimmer, Jason Leffler, Brad Keselowski, Marcus Ambrose. That's your top 5. Listen to this crowd.
Tell you what, that first 3 cars got a good jump on the lap cars and got out of there. Got in that clean air. Take a look at Jason Leffler going on the inside of Wimmer, going for second place.
Down into 3, and he's cleared him already. So Leffler trying to set sail in his Toyota.
Now, the top 7 cars stayed out under that last caution. Everybody else on the lead lap pitted. Got some tires and enough fuel. These leaders should have enough fuel. We've had enough caution flags that they should make it to the end.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I don't think there's going to be any problem there right now, Andy. It's just, and look at Joe Logano up there. Got that clean air, laying those big lap times out. But Leffler, he's had a bad month, man. He wants to get back in that groove and get that thing going. He's looking good right now.
Talked about opportunity. Remember, we had 7 of our top 8 qualifiers had never won a NASCAR Nationwide Series event, including that young man right there, 18-year-old Joey Logano. If he pulls this off, he becomes the youngest winner in Nationwide Series history. Casey Atwood currently holds the title.
Well, he's got the tools he needs to get the job done. He knows that. And he's won a lot of races in that Busch East Series, which is now the Camping World Series. Everything the kid's been in, he's been pretty good at. So he's capable, he's confident, and boy, confidence is everything in the world.
Well, it is Father's Day tomorrow, and Mike Massaro has caught up with what could be a very proud papa.
This could be a very special Father's Day weekend for the Loganos. This is Tom Logano, the man who put Joey inside a race car at 6 years old. What's this like for you watching this unfold?
Well, it's incredible. It's been a long journey, and he's coming through like a champ. I'm amazed. I'm simply amazed.
You've seen him. You could probably better assess his talent better than anybody. How does he look tonight?
He can do it. He's got the talent. He can do it. I'm sure he can do it. Just he'll keep his head together. He'll be fine.
As a huge crowd has already begun to assemble here in the 20 pit, people sensing that this could be a very special night.
27 laps away from setting Nationwide Series history in only his 3rd start in the series. Joey Logano has a 0.7 of a second lead over Jason Leffler. That last lap, they both ran 31s.
And I'll guarantee you those 27 laps feel like 100 to Joey Logano. When you've got this few laps to go and you got that big a lead, you're like, my gosh, when's this thing going to end? You just want this dream to happen.
Let's talk a little bit about poise versus pressure. When you're 18, you're out in front, and you're in this situation. What was it like for you when you were that young, Rusty?
Well, when I was that young, I really didn't think too straight, Marty. I was just on the throttle trying to win everything in the world, and if somebody told me I couldn't do it, I didn't agree with them. I just went for it and said, hey. In fact, I got accused a lot of times early in my career of being one of the most cocky cats out there. And looking back at it, I probably was.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, take a look at, there's your top 3, Logano, Leffler, and Wimmer. Brad Keselowski is now 4th. He's 2 seconds behind the race lead. Then Brian Clausen, there he is. He has now worked his way into the 5th position with Marcus Ambrose right behind him. So Clausen, remember, he had that great run back at Daytona, and then all of a sudden things like the wheels were falling off. This could be a good turnaround for them.
These young guys are making the most of this opportunity, we've been calling it. And this one guy right here, I've been watching him. He's made a lot of passes. Very clean. You see his car didn't have a mark on it.